Start. Those who are connected with me, I am Dr. Nehal Anwar Siddiqui, Head Health Safety Engineering Department. Just to inform you, the department is having three specialized courses. One is MTech in Health Safety and Environmental Engineering. The second one is MTech in Disaster Management Technology. And third one is BTech Fire and Safety Engineering. This particular course. हेलो हाँ अरे मैं स्टार्ट कर दिया भाई ओके ओके सॉरी टू डिस्टर्ब MTech Health Safety Environment, we are running this particular course since 2004, and just to update you, we started this program with only 4 students in 2004. Now this is a most recognized program where we are having 40 seats now, and we are having a very good placement record of around 100% placement. In some of the years, number of students were having number of jobs. Regarding BTech Fire and Safety Engineering, just to again update you that this particular course is again a unique program which not much universities are offering. This particular course is in Cochin University. Then you have a university in Indore, that is actually under a college, that is IPS Academy Indore. And we launched this program in 2010, and the first batch is already out. And for your information, 100% placement, around 50% students got pre-placement offer from Reliance, and they are in process to have a MOU with us where they can take 15 students every year. Okay, so this is just to brief you that how this program is. Then I will be talking to you on the different prospects of this particular course. Is actually integrated management system comprising occupational health, safety, environment and fire protection, which ultimately aims to total loss prevention. Fire and safety engineering is actually required by most of the industries. As per the Factories Act 1948, section 40B, that any industry which is having number of employees around 1000, they should have one fire and safety engineer. This particular requirement is now actually under revision, and it is mainly for government you can say industries. But once you talk about other industries like talk about L&T, talk about Kane Energy, talk about maybe SR, you have requirement very high. For example, L&T is hiring health safety environment people, fire safety engineering people, 30 workers, one fire and safety engineer, or you can say HSC engineer. Once you talk about worldwide, the requirement is very, very high. For example, countries like in Middle East, they are any establishment where they have 50 number of people, they need to have one OSH officer. Again, the name is slightly here and there, but that is there. Basically a health safety or fire safety engineer that is required for each 50 workers, right? So worldwide the requirement is very, very fast growing, and India also the rules are getting strict and strict, and that is why the requirement is very, very high. And one side you have a very high requirement, the other side you can see that very less number of universities are offering this course, because this particular course required world-class laboratories, a fire ground and fire and safety HSC expertise, and it is very difficult to find these people. Fortunately, because of our old setup, we have got a good fire ground, we have got full HSC lab, we have got industrial hygiene lab and good faculty. So now I will come to my presentation part. It's a BTech degree which provides an innovative, high quality, and it's a learning opportunity in the area of fire and safety engineering and management. This professional degree is offered to prepare students to manage the fire and safety. Here I just want to clear you people that it is not firefighting. It is not firefighting. The firefighting job is done by the people who have 10th or 12th qualification with some additional diploma in firefighting. So you people are not going to work as a firefighters. You will be a fire and safety engineer, first thing. So you will be designing a industry where you can make industry safe. You will be involved in designing of maybe a multi-story building. You will be involved in designing of maybe a you can say a multi or a you can say a multi-complex building, right? And you will be working as a fire safety engineer. I think in my later slide I will explain you what are the different types of job designation you will get. But certainly you are not going to be part of any firefighting team. It is a need of organization in variety of occupational environment, as I told you. The course objective is to develop expertise in the application of scientific engineering and principles and tools to resolve design problems in fire and safety applications, to produce graduate with the ability to command and manage fire and safety operations, to enable graduates to assess risk and devise strategies as they relate to fire and safety, to produce resourceful, competent and clear thinking graduate with a range of skills and experience relevant to modern industry. And as I told you, it is the requirement of each and every sector, right? So you just talk about maybe insurance sector where you are required, because industries which goes for taking an insurance, on what basis insurance companies will give them insurance premium? Because they will assess their risk assessment report, they will say their disaster management plan. So even an insurance company which does insurance of a big organization like ONGC, Kane Energy, Halliburton, they also require people who are expert in fire and safety areas. Today most industries have their in-house fire and safety management team working as maybe in charge of these locations. Even government entities utilize services of trained personnel for research on fire and safety procedures, laws and regulation. If you talk about military, again where you require a high demand for experts in the fire and safety, and any other sector. For example, if you talk about, recently we have placed some student in Amazon, which is a company, I think you may be well aware. So they are having number of warehouses, right, where they require people who are expert in fire and safety. So you can see that people are placed from even a bank, insurance sector, oil and gas sector is there, construction is a big area, as I told you that you require. Metros, all over world number of metros are coming. So again a huge demand for fire and safety people. Just to update you various job description that you may get once you are actually got this particular discipline and you complete your 4 years. You may be a fire safety instructor and trainer, again is required. People who love to have a white collar job, they want to sit in a air conditioned rooms, they can opt for this particular job. Then fire and safety officer, manager of fire and safety, you can become an advisor for fire and safety, you may be executive in charge in fire and safety, you will be industrial fire safety engineer, fire and safety consultant, and you will be a technical support officers, and you become a faculty in fire and safety institute. That is again, as I told you, that the scarcity is there, because in industry people get a lot, you can say a good amount of salary, so they prefer to stay with the industry. If you come to the what is the specific objective of student, to provide a student with a conceptual understanding of the areas relevant to occupational health, safety, environment and fire protection, develop the student ability to plan and conduct independent research in the field of managing occupational safety, health, fire and environmental issues, and facilitate an understanding and student of the reciprocal relationship between work, health and the environment. Just to update you that even getting a job nowadays is easy. Initially you can get any job. But what is the growth? That is more important, because once you get a job, initial job from the university, maybe you are placed maybe a package of 4 lakh, 5 lakhs on some job designation. But where you stand after 3 years, where you stand after 5 years, so that career growth is very, very important, and that you should always see. For just the people who are much concerned about their growth, I am giving you that if you join as a graduate engineer training, in maybe 3 to 4 years, you will be a senior engineer or fire engineer or safety engineer, and then you become a deputy manager in maybe 4 years time, and again in 4 years time you may be a senior manager. People who jump from one industry to another industry, maybe they get more promotion. Then you may become assistant general manager, deputy general manager, GM fire and safety, and vice president fire and safety. People who wish to see all these information, they can Google and they can find that various types of job designation, right? So my advice to you people, just go to Google, put any, you just assume that you are a fire safety engineer and try to find out how many jobs you have, and you can find these jobs in any countries. Anybody who is interested in India, he can put fire safety engineer jobs in India and find out how many jobs you are getting. Any person who is more eager to go and work abroad, maybe Middle East country, you can put this qualification and see that are you getting some jobs in Saudi Arabia, Oman, UAE, Dubai, that's same, or Qatar, Kuwait, or maybe any developed countries, like you can talk about UK or maybe US, anywhere you can put, and let us see that what job designation you get. If you are interested to see the course outline, it is given. First year is very, very common like any other branch, but once you go for the second year, we start having subjects like principles of safety management, and you have a number of courses, that is chemical engineering. Then you have subjects like fire engineering, where you learn basic concept of fire engineering. Then you have electrical technology and safety in electrical system, because a lot of safety issues are there with the electrical. First aid and emergency procedure again is very, very important issues, because whatever arrangement you do in any industry, you cannot avoid a minor or major accident. So you need to understand what is first aid and how you can create a emergency procedure in your organization. Then we have a relevant lab like materials testing lab, and then you have electronic technology lab. Material is very, very important once you talk about providing infrastructure. So you need to know that what are the materials that are fire resistant, or what are the materials you should put where you have more chances of fire. So that way you can learn a lot in this lab. Then comes your semester 5, where you have again chemical engineering, where you talk about process technology, because most of the issues are coming through the process. So understanding process is very, very important. So you will have a thorough knowledge on the subject. Then how to design the things, again principle of engineering design is there. Then you have a subject fire engineering, second, where you will be learning a lot on equipment part. Then you have a principles of engineering management. Then safety in construction, again a lot of industries are coming, a lot of infrastructure is created. You need to learn that what are the safety issues during construction. So again you will be learning a lot here. And again we have a relevant lab, you have a safety engineering lab, you have a chemical engineering lab, and then you also do a minor project here. When you go to a semester 6, understanding what are the legal requirement of these issues is very, very important. So you have a subject legal aspects of safety, health and environment, where you will be learning a lot on what are the different legal issues, rules and regulation existing in India and abroad also. Then chemical process safety, process instrumentation and control, what are the different instrumentation control that you can use for these type of control. Fire engineering third, where you will be talking again of material and fire control. Then environmental engineering is also there. Some of the people who want to make career after doing this BTech fire and safety also into some specialized areas, they have a subjects, and environment is again very important subject. So you can see that how you manage these environmental issues. Then you have occupational health and hygiene management. This is a particular subject where you will learn that because of your job, what are the health problems you may have, right? So sitting in office, for example, I am sitting here, you cannot say that I will not have any problem, right? What is my posture? What is my working style? How is my workspace? That will give a lot of problem to me, right? So you will be learning a lot all these issues in this particular subjects. Then again you have a lab of environmental engineering and management. Then you have in this comprehensive viva is there. Then you do your minor project too, and you will go for an industrial visit where you can see all these things in place, and you can learn a lot that what is the relation between your fire safety engineering and industrial development. Then you have a semester 7, again you will be talking about hazard identification and hazard studies. Each area is having number of hazards, so you will be learning a techniques how to identify these hazards, and learning some of the software where you can put your data and do a hazard studies that we call as a hazard operability studies. Then a lot of issues related to fire and safety, in rail and road transport. So again you will be learning that what are the different issues and how you can make these transport safe. So this is very important. Nowadays you may have read that number of fire safety issues are coming during rail transportation. Safety in engineering industry, again very important subject is there. Then you will be learning fire engineering 4, that is risk assessment and planning, that how to assess the risk related to fire and how you can plan your industrial working so you don't have much impact of these aspects. Again there is a safety in process industries where you will be learning different types of process industries, different issues related to, and what is the solution to overcome with all these problems. And again you have component of fire engineering lab, industrial hygiene lab, where you will be learning a lot on you can say different types of dust, smoke, and what may happen because the level is high. You will be having exposure to noise dosimeter. If a person is sitting in a high noise area, what is the impact he may be having, radiation effects, stress effects. So this all you will be learning in industrial hygiene lab. Then you will be going for a comprehensive viva. Then you will be doing your major project. You will be going for your industrial training where you will be exposed 2 months on different industrial aspects, learning a lot, maybe given a project that you will be completing, and then you have a seminar on assigned topic to upgrade your presentation skills. Come to the last semester where we have you can see smaller component of subjects, and then because you will be having a major project, so you need to have a time to all these things also. So you will be having a subject that is human factors engineering, because you see a lot of arrangements have been done. We have created infrastructure, we have given a lot of equipment, but still it is found that accidents are not stopping. So researchers have found that it is a human factor which is actually not coming in control. 82% accidents are happening worldwide because of human error. So here you will be learning what to do on this behavioral based safety aspects. So you will be learning a lot on this particular aspect, how to take care of this particular aspects to make accident free. Then very important subject is disaster management. Everything you do, every arrangement you do, but you cannot avoid disaster. It may be a natural disaster, it may be man-made disaster, and sometimes this natural disaster converted into a industrial disaster. Maybe Fukushima, you can see the example where the tsunami and the earthquake was there, and that is converted into a man-made disaster like a nuclear disaster. So that way all these things you will be learning in this particular course. Then you will be learning advanced safety engineering and management, and everything you do, there are chances that you have to go for insurance. So insurance claim settlement is one credit course which is kept to give you knowledge that in any case, if you are a person responsible for taking the insurance of your industry, what type of insurance you should take, what are the areas you should cover, what are the things you should include once you are going for taking a insurance for your industry. And then you have a major project where you come out with the whatever new things you have done. Will be having a, you can say, submission of your project. Then you may submit a research paper based on your research outcome, and then you give a presentation, and where we assess you based on your work, will mark you, and this is your 4-year program. So this is all about the course. As I told you, the requirement, as I told, and if you wish to go for higher education, in our university we have got program in MTech in Health Safety Environment. As I told you, very good running. So again, you have an option of doing this master's course, and even PhD program in health. People who are willing to go and join industry after doing BTech program, they are most welcome. And even the people who are really stick to, they will complete their full education, and then they wish to work with maybe some universities, going for research, willing to make career in some of the developed world. So they are all welcome. So this is all about the course. Any questions you have, I think I can reply you immediately, or maybe the people who are having some other things, they can write to me. Maybe the mail also can be given to you through our marketing office. So anything you wish to ask, I am willing to give you reply on your mail. Section.